Hi, Farty McStinkerton,
Yeah.
better known as Tazz.
Yeah, this is for those of you that don't, I guess they could read it right there. I put Farty McStinkerton because I was talking to, I don't remember who it was, maybe my pretend nephew. I got a little dude that's like my nephew, so I put Farty McStinkerton or Poopy McFarterton or something, whatever. Just my child, which just reminded me that I did have a Zoom meeting with some executives last week. So it says Farty McStinkerton on there as well, and not one of the executives said anything. So whatever, either they weren't paying attention. They're like, Tazz is a little bit odd. I think that's what we're. Odd is a good idea. Odd, he's very odd. That guy.
A Netflix executive? Are you getting a special?
Oh no, I'm not good enough to get a special. I'm only a comedian, not a. I don't have enough followers.
What kind of executives was it?
Oh, just for some shows that were coming up, they wanted to hire me for some NOL stuff for their companies and the union and stuff, and so.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, so it probably helped.
It might have.
Yeah, I guess
If
it
it was
depends
a
what
gas company, it would be great.
Here's what I found.
Oh, what'd you find?
I don't know. Top Canadian gas companies.
Oh.
My phone, my watch has never talked to me before, other than put down the chicken wing. What?
I wanted to show you. I got a new thing.
Okay.
This is Santa,
Oh, that's cool.
and in his head are questions for us if we ever need
That's awesome.
talking points. So it's
Okay, let's just do talking points today. Let's do that.
when was the last time you felt proud?
Just now, by hanging up on you. You know what? When did I feel proud? You know what? The other day, somebody said, I need a joke for this, and I wrote it in about a second and a half, and I was very proud of the joke. It wasn't a great joke. It was just, I thought it was funny. They're dealing with their HOA, right, the Homeowners Association.
Oh, okay.
And I said, the HOA is the new WTF.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah, pretty clever.
Very quick. Yeah.
I actually felt a little proud today.
Okay.
I did an interview for the podcast today, and I was talking to the lady about just how it's going and stuff, and she kind of broke it. So quite often the people I interview end up being my therapist after I stop recording.
Yeah.
Anyway, she made me feel good because we kind of broke down the podcast and some of the analytics and stuff, and she's like, you did this all on your own, like you should be super proud. And I was like, wait a minute, yeah, I've never it kind of, yeah, it just put it in perspective that, I've come a long way with this, and it's doing how well it's doing.
I think you're an awful lot like me. I'm too busy trying to make myself proud that when I do something, I forget to be proud.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah. We're not proud in the middle of the journey. We're proud at the finish line, and the finish line never comes.
That famous line never comes.
Okay, here's another one.
Okay.
What's your dream career?
It used to be comedian. And my dream career, I know, it would be taking care of dogs, foster dogs. And it's still doing the comedy every once in a while, mental health, but I need some puppy love, baby.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, currently I love doing this.
Yeah.
I just wish I got paid for it somehow.
Well, so
it's not really a career.
I don't care about being paid forward. I need cash.
Yeah. I'm one of these guys that've had, I don't know how many careers.
Yeah.
And yeah, my answer could change tomorrow. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a bus driver.
Oh, nice. I wanted to be a unicorn.
And you were one for a while. One thing you'd like to change about yourself? Does not be necessarily the worst thing or the thing you dislike.
I'd like to get back into shape. I think, and
rounds of shape.
Round shapes. I feel like a meat balloon is what I feel like right now. But I'd like to get into shape and be able to rip around with my sons and my nephews and my those people too. But that's the one thing I think I'd like to change.
Would you live forever if you could?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny because as miserable as we are.
Well, you know,
I want to suffer for eternity.
Here's the deal: if I suffer 80% of the time, the other 20% of the time, we're inspirational, so the other people don't have to suffer their 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. Sometimes we have to go through.
It's like a sacrifice or
waters
something
to be able to teach other people how to swim, right?
That's maybe my favorite thing of life is just experiences. And like, even when I was in addiction treatment, I was like, not too many people get to do this. This is pretty fucking cool. Like, I'm in a, or even the psych ward at one day, I was like,
oh, God,
this is going to make awesome story.
So let me get this straight. You took away my shoelaces and my belt so I don't kill myself. But you're telling me that I can't just lay in bed. I either have to take one of the two options, which is either culinary or woodwork, which is knives and chisels. Like, just put my belt back. I can't stab myself if I'm holding up my pants with one hand, right? So
and then I go home and
the nurse just looked at me. She goes, "Oh, we didn't think about that."
Wait, so literally woodworking and culinary were, oh my God.
Yep.
They even took now they take your phone away for a while because it has glass and people will smash the glass off the phone and
oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anyway, how do you typically cope with stress? Do you have any patterns that you've recognized?
I do this. I do that a lot. And
you're like, is Lala home?
Yeah, see if Lala comes ripping down. Oh. Funny, we're in the bed, and she goes, "Are you wearing a CPAP machine?" I said, "No." She goes, "Well, when you're sleeping, you're stopping breathing." I go, "Oh, does it scare you?" "No, it gives me a false sense of hope." She says. So well, and the other day, my cardiologist, I think, is 9 years old. He looks so young, and he says to me in his doctor voice, he goes, "Hey, how you?" No, he didn't. In his doctor voice, he says, "Have you had any trouble breathing?" I said, "Well, the other night when I woke up, I couldn't breathe very well while I was in bed, but then my wife pulled the pillow off my face and it seemed to be okay." And he goes, "Cole?" He does that. He makes that.
Did he thought you were serious, or he just?
No, he's just being. He didn't realize I was a comedian. And then now,
I see.
The last thing he said is, "I'm going to be coming to see your show." What was the question? It was, how do we deal with stress?
Yeah.
Not well. But what I do now, instead of getting upset, is I say, I'm overwhelmed. And that lets Lisa know it's not her fault. My boys know it's not their fault. I'm overwhelmed. I can't handle anything right now. And so that just lets them know that what I'm going through is not caused by them. It's just what's going on in my world right that moment.
Yeah, that's funny. My wife and I have our own kind of language too, or I'll text her instead of talking with her because it's too hard to say out loud. So I'll text her and like, "Hey, I'm feeling like shit lately, and sorry if I'm distant or whatever." And then she won't walk into the living room and be like, why do you feel like shit? She'll text back so that that's why I am talking. I'm being open with her. We're communicating. I'm letting her know how I feel, but I don't have to. I don't know. It's scarier.
Well, and people, when we're confronted, we don't want to say anything to hurt the other person. And when we're confronted or spoken directly to, we become subservient sometimes. And we can't find the right words, and then we get overwhelmed, and then our brain shuts down. So the texting idea is really good. I do that with Lala too. I'll send her a text going, "I'm very emotional right now. Have I pissed you off, or am I just reading into things?" And 99% of the time, I'm just reading into things.
Mm-hmm.
because we have a rule. If you've pissed me off, I'm going to tell you. And if I piss you off, you keep it to yourself. No, you tell me so that I can, so we know where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or if the world...
I can't read your mind.
Yeah, I can't read your mind. No,
Yeah.
not at all. And if you read my mind, it's a comic book that gives you a headache, right? It's just not...
Yeah. I just thought of a time I was at a doctor and I made them laugh.
Oh, good.
It was during my vasectomy.
Yep.
And they were doing their work and they solder the thing and a little puff of smoke comes up and I smelt it and I was like, whoo, it smelled like a moth hit the bug zapper there. And the nurse in the corner, she I haven't heard that one yet. I was like, that was
Very funny.
I didn't even care if I made her laugh. I just loved that she hadn't heard that one yet.
Yeah. The doctors were the doctors. As you know, I had my heart attack a couple weeks ago, and the doctors were. I was making them laugh as much as I can. Right? It just is what it is. So
Yeah.
we try. Sorry. We try to. My happy place is just after a joke is told. Right? And especially when there's a so it's fun. Yeah.
How about this one? Have you ever felt you were ignored just because of the way you looked? If so, how was that? How has that navigated your life?
I don't know if it's because of the way I looked, but it's because of who I am. Sometimes I feel like people just... I'm that type of guy that if I'm talking and then somebody comes in and starts talking over me, I'm like, did you not just see me here? And now I go, dude, I was talking, man. Oh, sorry. Right? But I don't think I've been ignored because of the way I looked. I've been ignored because of who I am or the way I've acted.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
You kind of look like Buddha had a baby with Jack Black. That's kind of what I look like.
It's hard to ignore you.
Yeah. The guy thought I looked like Jack Black, and I said, I look like Jack Black if you bought him off Wish.com. That's the...
Or Temu.
The
Yeah. I don't know if I have or not. I mean, I used to be really skinny in high school, and I would get picked on for being a wimp or a pussy and all this stuff. I don't know if I was ignored, but it was probably more.
I wish they ignored us, eh?
Yeah.
Instead of picking on us because I was fat and you were skinny, we stand together, we look like the number 10.
Yep. But I feel like if I was ignored ever, it was because of people did take me seriously, or they thought I was not smart enough, or whatever.
Well, not worth the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Idiots. And now look at us.
Look at us now.
Yeah. I pulling questions out of Santa's head. Let's see them do that. Okay, I'm going to pick a different one. That one's kind of boring.
Sometimes the boring ones are awesome.
How do you want to be remembered?
Graciously. I hope they would. I wrote my epitaph yesterday, actually.
Is that so?
I think it's right here. On my gravestone, I want...
Here lies Tazz. He wanted to live forever.
Yeah. Get off my face! He got great joy in what he did, and we got great joy because he did it.
Well, hopefully that GoFundMe was let you know that's exactly how it went.
Well, you know what? I want to be remembered as somebody who rose above who he used to be to help people become who they could be.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Thanks, man.
I think I'm very, very similar. I think. I think I want to be just remembered as just a kind person who, I don't know, I don't know. Fuck. I shouldn't ask these questions because now I have to answer them too, and I'm not sure.
I think that's a legitimate way you want to be remembered as somebody that's kind. Right? I'm sad he's gone, but I'm alive because he was open about everything.
Do you wish do you hope for some kind of legacy? Or just that's good enough what you said before?
If it's going to be a legacy, I want it to be a legacy of kindness and openness, right? I want my legacy is already here. My boys are both open with their mental health. Their friends come to them for their mental health challenges. They come to me for their mental health challenges.
Yeah.
My job was to be a dad.
I mean, that's pretty incredible because people feel safe around you and secure around you. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I want the last thing I say to be hilarious.
I know, right?
Yep. Right? Watch this.
There's a guy interviewed. He's from Australia, and he's had a tough life, sexual abuse and all this stuff.
Yep.
But his job now is he crashes funerals for people. So you hire him on your deathbed to do stuff, and it can either be something funny or he'll go to your enemy's house and call him out and shit or whatever. Like, I've thought about that for a long time since I met him. I was like, it'd be amazing to have some kind of weird pop-up thing in your funeral, or some guy stand up and just shout something bizarre. He'll even go to your house, like if you have something that you're ashamed of, some weird kink thing, like he'll go to your house and take your computer and take and like get rid of it for you and stuff. And
that's what the I was watching a cop show and they go, so and so got shot in the line of duty, and the one cop looks at the other cop and goes, okay, he goes, I got the top drawer of every desk, and you got the computer. Got it. We're on it.
Exactly. Yeah. How about one more?
Yeah, for sure, brother.
Okay. Are you letting yourself experience your emotions, thoughts, etc. freely as they come? Why or why not?
That's a hard one.
Guess it depends on the situation.
Depends on the emotion, right?
Yeah, the emotion.
If I'm angry or sad, I identify those more than I. The other day I was sitting on the couch, and I'm like, "What's wrong with me?" I went, "Oh shit." So I talked to my doctor. Dr. Gordon is my psychiatrist, and I described how I'm feeling. He goes, "Hey, idiot, that's called being at peace." I went, "Oh, okay, well then, perfect. I am doing pretty good then." Except for the idiot part, right, sir? Oh, he's a nice guy. But he's just like, he talks to me the way I need to be talked to, right? Mm-hmm. Like we're in the same frat and I'm still drinking, right?
Yeah.
And I easily identify the emotions that make me upset easier than I can identify the emotions that make me feel great. Like the other day, I was a couple days ago. I don't know what the weather like at your place because I don't live there, but it was +4 the other day, +5, and I just stood there on the deck, and the sun was just beaming on my face, and I went, heart attack or no heart attack, broke or not being broke, worried about not being worried, look where I am right this second. And I didn't go in. I just sat there, and I went and pulled the little bench over, and I just sat in the sunshine with it on my face, thinking, you know what? Please remember this moment for the days that are too cold. And I don't even mean that weather-wise. I mean the days that you're too cold, you're too wrapped up, and you're too avoiding to experience what's really happening.
Yeah. I know when I was I know I bring it up lots, but it's relevant. Addiction treatment, there was always this talk of you have to feel your feelings, and I remember thinking, like, what are they talking about? Like, I feel my feelings all the time. Like, I'm miserable all the time. I'm sad, and it was, again, it was the positive ones that I had the hard time feeling. It was like the very second I started to feel content or at peace or whatever, I would sabotage it and instantly go to my default. It's like the reset button. Is my default is misery for whatever reason, and it took me probably 6 months out of treatment to really get that statement. Really feel your feelings, and like, and I know kind of why I did it. It's easier to feel a low grade misery all the time than it is to go up and down and to like get your hopes up and then to be disappointed or whatever. So there's the saying in AA, this shall pass too, and I'm like, yeah, but that works for joy too. Or this too shall pass. I mean,
Too shall pass, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
It
like,
wasn't my place to correct you. I knew what you meant, brother.
so it's like, don't feel too happy because this too shall pass, and when it does, it's really gonna suck. And so anyway, I had to learn to like just feel my feelings and go with the flow.
Yeah. Well, there's a great saying that says, "What's so important about tomorrow that takes you away from today?" Right? This second, when you're breathing, is the moment you're alive. Right? Just enjoy what's happening to the most that you can. And yes, this too shall pass, but if you keep looking ahead to see where you're going to turn, you're missing all the cool stuff on the drive, man.
Are you enjoying this conversation?
Otherwise, I would have hung up already.
Yeah. No. Yeah. One, that's partly why I love doing the podcast is I do get so hyper focused in conversation that it's like I forget about everything. I just enjoy the other person and making connections and yeah.
Well, the way you listen to somebody will trigger how you will react to yourself sometimes. Right? If you can see that, I had a lady write me an email that said, "Hey Tazzy, thank you so much. You getting emotionally naked on stage makes me feel better about who I am." And I thought, that's why I'm doing this. And then Beast said, yeah, she either means that you've helped her or her life sucks, but at least she's not you. And I went, either way, baby, I'm helping. I'll take a win. I'll take a win.
And I'm sure if you got physically naked, she would have felt better about herself too.
Oh gosh, yes. You look at me and it's like you ever when you look at me, it's the human equivalent of reaching underneath a table and finding bubble gum. Like it's not good. It's bumpy and mostly pink. And for
Still
some
smells
reason,
good though.
it has a comic attached to it.
Well, I'm whiter than the driven snow, especially this time of year. And it's like I take my shirt off and
it looks like I'm underside of I'm more white than the underside of a vampire's nutsack. Like I am crazy white, man.
Yeah. One of my dreams is to be on Survivor. I just, for whatever reason, I love that show, and it's like I could never go on that show because I'd be the guy that has his shirt on while he's swimming still because I'd be too nervous to take it off and I'm too pale and.
I'm sunburnt and my crotch is itchy. I don't think they're related. Holy crap, we make ourselves laugh. I love it.
Oh man, I'm so glad you're happy and healthy and I shouldn't say you're happy. I'm assuming you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm struggling a little bit. But if you look at everything in my life, somebody asked me once, how do you know you're successful? I said, because I'm at peace. My boys...
You have to call your doctor about it.
Yeah. my boys are 30 and 17, and I have a fantastic career. Even with my brain issues, I'm still having a fantastic career. I had a heart attack like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm moving past that. So I'm good. Do I get mad and do I get upset and do I get frustrated and do I get sad and do I feel suicidal? Oh yes. But if I didn't experience all that, how would I know that I was happy? I'm happy. I got good friends. You're my buddy. I don't need a lot of friends. I have enough friends, and I have even more people that reach out and make sure I'm okay and concerned and saying lovely things. This it was crazy what people wrote. Some beautiful stuff. And I read it once, and I kept telling myself, well, I'll read it again when I need to. But I probably won't.
Right.
I'll just remember that it was lovely, right? I mean, it's the way it is. And happiness, if you think happiness is the exact opposite of anger and sadness, then any amount of happy that you have is good, right? Because it negates, for whatever time you're happy, it negates the hate that you have for yourself sometimes. The hate that I have for myself. I can't speak for others, right? I'm not a ventriloquist, right?
You can speak for me because that's exactly what it's like. Yeah. Yeah. If there's one thing I could change about myself, I don't know if I answered that question.
No, I was just going to ask you, but what in your Todd world, what would you like to change for yourself?
It's that self-talk that I would have more self-worth, and I could, and be in better shape. But but really, it's not. Yeah, it's just so crippling some days. And I'm not saying be a happy, joyful guy 24/7, because, like you said, you need those dark times to know what happy is too. But but the relentless, the relentlessness.
Give ourselves a break. We don't give ourselves a break. That's the problem.
Yeah,
right? We don't give ourselves time to be ill. Which is what it is, mental illness. We don't give ourselves time to be ill. Come on, get ready. Well, if you had a sore throat, would you be like, well, come on, a couple of days should be fine? No. You have a sore throat, you keep swallowing. Oh, sore throat, son of a bitch, sore throat. And then one day, it's gone. Right? But it takes time. If I could change something about my life, which is I wish everybody that I've ever hurt could forget that I hurt them. Or I could use my words a little bit better.
Oh, I was going to say, you didn't want to change that you hurt them. You just want them to forget you hurt them.
Yeah. I still want the power I have from hurting them. Don't.
I just want them to forget I did that.
I need to borrow money from people. You hurt me. No. That wasn't me. That was that Jack Black. Oh, sure. Forgot about that guy already. That guy's okay right there.
Yeah.
I wish I could make better poached eggs.
I'm pretty good at that.
I'm not very good at poached eggs.
Yeah. If I were you, I'd want to change that too.
Over easy is my go-to because it's over and easy. So.
Well, right on, man. I really, really enjoy this and seeing you again and knowing that you're safe and happy. Again, I said happy, but you're healthy and...
No, you can say happy, man.
Okay, good.
Because even if you said, I hope you're happy, and I'm not happy, that's because of the love you have for me, that you say, I hope you're happy. Same as I ask you, how's your brain?
Well, I hope you're happy.
Oh, I hope you're happy. Hope you're happy. And it's just a way. That's how guys show love. They tease and they do stuff like that, And I like your podcast, and I love doing your podcast with you, and I love and adore you and your family, and I want you to be as successful as you want and need to be.
Well, thanks, man. Same to you.
Thanks, brother.
And know that you're loved.
I have slightly higher standards than you, but I mean, I'm just saying that's fine. I appreciate it.
Especially when it comes to family.
On that level, what you said. Right? We couldn't just leave it on something sweet and lovely like that, right? This giant 275-pound walking asshole had to go, well, let's add this for a little bit of silliness, right? But I love you, brother. And I
love you too, man.
I hope a lot of success, and I'm glad you love me because I need your love.
Awesome. Yeah. I can't wait till you're back in Regina.
Oh yeah. Nobody ever.
Be sure to subscribe and to like this video. You can listen on Apple Podcast and Spotify. This is Todd Rennebaum saying, make your beds and take your meds. Keep watching for more interviews with incredible people telling their stories of resilience and adversity with mental health and mental illness.